Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, let's give you a Tesla incentive update. Let's go through everything that is being offered right now for the Model 3, Model Y, and maybe some much more. And make sure you're aware of what you need to be aware about, and much more with all these different topics and everything. So we're gonna get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you've like incentives, price drops, 0% financing, and much more, hit that like button to support the channel and everything. Today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data, privacy, and much more, but more on that later. Let's give you a Tesla incentive update. Everything and anything that is available right now for all of the different Tesla vehicles, Model 3, Model Y, and all of the different models, and walk you through each and every incentive to make sure you're aware of what's going on, because there could be some caveats here, maybe even some confusion between two different ones. And the biggest one I would say is that yes, there is like 1.99% financing, as low as 1.99% financing for the Model 3 and the Model Y. But there might be a better deal out there, and there might be a better deal if you've got the credit worthiness, because there's also a 6,500 incentive on the other side of things, which is a lease. And then maybe you can work that out with a lease buyout. I think tomorrow I might talk about how, like, what's the pros and cons between the both of them, or maybe even try and figure out which one is the best depending on your situation and how you're going to be buying and everything. But the biggest thing is that there is a $2,000 free supercharging mile offer that's on everything, but you have to trade in a vehicle to Tesla. Some other incentive is that there's American Hero. You can get $500 off. This one's pretty big as well, because a lot of people qualify. That's military, active military, surviving spouses, first responders, medical providers. That was a new one, so like doctors, nurses, students, and teachers as well. But the biggest one is students are eligible, so that is pretty big. I mean, we've got free full self-driving transfer as well on all the different ones. We got premium connectivity. I mean, those are pretty small as well. Model 3 starts at $329 a month for a lease. And if you're leasing, then you get one free exterior or interior upgrade. So that's also commonly known as an option credit. Basically, whether it is paints or wheels or even the interior color, you're going to get that waived, and you don't have to pay for it if you lease. And so if you lease and combine it with the 6,500 federal lease incentive, not the federal lease incentive, not the federal part, but a lease incentive that Tesla has, maybe that's the valuation in which you can try and stack it with and everything here. 1.99% financing is only available for the Model 3 on the all-wheel drive premium version and the performance version. Jumping to Model Y, payment start is $479, and also they've got this same option credit where if you lease the vehicle, you don't have to pay for one of the different options, which could be the premium paint, the 20-inch wheels, white interior, tow hitch, and of course, the most valuation with that is going to be like an ultra red paint, because ultra red paint or even Quicksilver is $2,000. Some of these other accessories or some of these other different options are only $1,000, so maybe not the best with that. And of course, they also separately have 1.99% financing. But that is, there really is a case here to try and like dissect and do the pros and cons between like the 6,500 lease incentive with a buyout. If you don't know what that is, we made plenty of videos before in the past, and we'll probably talk about that tomorrow to try and figure out what is the difference here and which deal is going to be the better deal at the end of the day. Cybertruck is to $729 a month. It was $699 last month, or you could do 2.49% financing. And of course, we got the Lux package, which I strongly feel like the Lux package could come out to a lot of other different vehicles as well. We got like the 20-inch Cyber wheels, and then Model S and Model X. Kind of boring because I feel like no one is really interested in these, but we've got like the 3.99% financing across the board and everything. But the biggest thing they're not hyping as much anymore is the 6,500 lease incentive, which if you lease it and then do a buyout, Yes, there's fees that kind of eat away at some of that, about $1,500. And you do have to have good credit because you have to get approved for it. And you have to have good credit because you have to set up outside financing through a credit union, which if you're looking for a list of the best credit unions, we've got it down below at our Patreon group down below in the description and everything. So you can get the full list if you're looking to go down that route, which it's a little bit complicated, more complicated than just buying it from Tesla directly, but it could be worth it depending on which route you want to take. And don't forget, if you're about to buy your Tesla, it's not going to be coming with all-weather floor mats. And our favorite set is 3W all-weather floor mats, especially when you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off. So if you're looking for a set that has lifetime warranty, great fitment, and a crazy deal, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And of course, don't forget to use promo code Dennis35 to save a bunch of money and everything. But let us know which deal you're interested in. I put a poll out there. You can see here that I guess a lot of you want the something else in terms of what incentive are you looking for in the chat here. But Lux package, I feel like, is going to be coming out to more models. 0% actually is the highest one, which makes sense. More people want 0%. And I feel like Tesla might start to tie some other different incentives to 0%, or maybe they do nothing. There was a really good point that was made up, brought up the other day that maybe Tesla, this could be it in terms of the different incentives that are released, and they might just try and add on more, but like 1.99 might be it. And I mean, it's starting to get pretty complicated as well. Like, look at all like how they're trying to break this down into like so many different things here. I mean, we should just make it, or they should maybe just standardize it across the board. So there's really no, but I get why they're doing this, because of course they want to push people to different models, and what they can sell in, the most of is going to be the premium model. Standard, they're probably not doing high volume, so it doesn't really matter. And then of course, performance is so much demand already, so it also does not matter as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments.
If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too.
Thanks for that, everyone. Let's see who dropped by today. And thank you all for hitting the like button. Or smashing the like button goes a long way to support the channel. So hit that like button if you like Tesla incentives, discounts, and everything. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Art, great to see you. Different Moves, thanks for coming in. K Young, thanks for coming in as well. And Base Fraud, thank you all for dropping by as well. Art, received 2025.3.8 update on my Model Y, but no full self-driving 14. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty crazy, actually. That's pretty delayed. I don't know what's going on there with your vehicle. And I imagine you tried all of the different tricks as well. Different, would love to see the 0% APR with full self-driving transfer on Model Y performance. Same. I would love to see that as well. That would be sick. That would be the icing on the cake. K Young, will Model Y Performance be able to lease soon? From what I've heard, I think people have mentioned December. And so it's going to be another month, because at the same time, we haven't seen any deliveries of the Model Y Performance. And so maybe that's what it is taking. We need to see some of them actually hit the road before Tesla tries and figure out if there's going to be a lease or anything. Because yeah, just taking a look at it again, we do not see anything. Oh, I forgot to mention that if you're going to be buying a Tesla, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get up to $1,000 off of your Tesla vehicle and everything. Base, do you ever miss owning your BMW? I think at sometimes I do miss like the luxury parts of it, but then the technology side of Tesla, because I actually use it, and I certainly understand not everybody uses like the technology parts of like maybe even an iPhone. But, certainly I like to learn all the different things about how the Tesla technology can make my life easier. And so because it has all of that, I don't actually miss going back to BMW. I do miss like the exhaust noises, and like when I hear cars that drive by, it's always a little bit fun to, be into that and experience. But I was actually, so at SEMA, we actually had lunch with a friend. And it's funny. He had a pretty funny statement. So he's got a Model S with full self-driving, and you can imagine he uses full self-driving a ton, like it being in Los Angeles, Vegas, or whatever. Sometimes, full self-driving, once you get used to it and you trust it, it can really make your life a lot easier. He also has a Porsche GT4 RS, or maybe it's just a GT4. I think it's an RS. And it's funny, like he told us a story, whereas like sometimes he just wishes that his Porsche GT4 would just have full self-driving as well, because it's fun to sit in it. It's fun to hear the noises, especially a Porsche with the exhaust, but sometimes you're just lazy and you just want the Porsche or your vehicle to drive you around. And so that was kind of a funny story that he mentioned, in which kind of makes sense. I certainly understand what he's talking about, because once you get used to full self-driving and you get that, you can relax. I was going to say time back, but that relax, then it's a lot easier to go anywhere you want, because you can just sit back, relax, and let your Tesla vehicle take you to your destination and everything. In this next topic, we've got a confirmation that 1.99% works with a 7,500 tax credit order. This is really cool to see, and it seems like the play that probably would have been the best, which I was stressing and recommending a ton to a lot of people, was to place your order on September 30th or even that week, because that was the last moment to at least lock in your 7,500 federal tax credit. Because as Tesla stated, you could take your delivery anytime, not anytime, but within that 30, 60, maybe even 90 days afterwards. And it seems like that was the best move. Now that 1.99% is here for the Model 3 and the Model Y, we've got confirmation that this Model Y order, which was placed on September 30th, you can see also got 1.99% as highlighted right here at the bottom, which is really, really, really cool to see. It's a Model Y Quicksilver long range. We got the referral credit, $500 right there. And on this screen, we can see the 7,500 at the bottom right here, which is actually cut off from my screen. So sorry about that, but 7,500 applied and 1.99% applied to this September 30th order. So really, this is nothing that we can do at this point if you didn't place an order for this on that date frame. But if you're someone that placed your order before this September 30th, there is a way for you to also be able to get the 1.99, which is basically the best of both worlds at this point, which is really cool to see. So congrats to Chris. Shout out to him for sending me the screenshots and everything. But, this is a crazy deal to get for sure at the end of the day.
Now that you've bought your Tesla, or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic.
Thanks to everyone. They canceled my order. The keep calling. What? Yeah, Yisam. What happened there? Just if you're, why Tesla gives 6,500 on Tesla lease buyout, gives around 5K off. Why no discount yet? Oh, just if you're, that's because there's fees that go into a lease slash lease buyout. And so it's not the whole 6,500. No pad, no pencil. Hello, everyone. I can't wait to join the Tesla family in December. Congrats on your order and everything. And of course, everybody out there that has a pending order, don't forget about what you're going to be doing with your current vehicle and while you're selling it. That's why we partner with Give Me the VIN to get you maximum value. So you might as well give them a shot down below in the description. It only takes a few minutes to submit your vehicle information and get a value for it because they want to get you maximum value and they want to buy your vehicle from the comfort of your home. So you might as well check them out. Link down below in the description. Lavendi, how did that person keep from taking delivery until now from September 30th? There actually is a way to like stall Tesla. It's pretty easy. You just tell them like you're out of town. They basically put your order on hold, and then they give you an ultimatum like, hey, if you don't take delivery by a certain time frame. I think I saw one person put their vehicle on hold all the way to like November 14th. So of course there was a strategy there, and of course it also was a risk. But at the end of the day, if you know you're going to be buying a Tesla, is it really a risk? Yes, it's a $250 order deposit that is non-refundable. But at the same time, we've seen plenty of times before in the past where people were able to, let's say like that $250 order fee got canceled. We've seen people reactivate it later on as well, because Tesla wants your sale, they want your order and everything, they want your delivery as well. In this next topic, you can now get a Tesla for $60, which is a crazy new program that Tesla has just released. And of course, it's $60 a day. But there's a lot of different things here that come with this, because the first 2 days are actually free. Tesla introduced a new car rental program in the US stores. You can now rent a Tesla up to 7 days at $60 a day. And you might think like, oh, $60 a day is not bad. Well, it just also gets better as well, because this is an insane deal. Not only does you can get it for the Model 3, Model Y, SX, Cybertruck. Of course, the payments do go higher, but $60 a day gets you free supercharging, which if you need some reference here, when you go to one supercharger, you're going to be spending like $30, $40, maybe even $50 for a charge. You get full self-driving on the vehicle, which, I mean, that's a $8,000 package or $100 a month. No maintenance or hidden fees. Access to the Tesla app so you can play around with full self-driving like Summons. Unlimited miles. Drive as far as you want. Now, of course, you do have to stay within California or the state that you actually rent the vehicle, but still really cool. Like if you want to go to like from SoCal to NorCal, which actually one time I did take a loaner vehicle all the way to Vegas. So I'm not sure they actually check this within the state, but maybe you don't want to get that like penalty or whichever. Now, this is not everywhere just yet. This is only going to be in the San Diego and also Costa Mesa, so Southern California. And of course, the $60 is for the Model 3, the Model Y. If you want a Cybertruck though, it's $75 a day, which is not bad. And a Model S, Model X for $90 a day. And yes, the first 48 hours is free because they kind of use this as like a test drive, and then you can go all the way to 7 days after that. But of course, no performance or standard models just yet. And of course, it's only in California at the moment, San Diego and Costa Mesa. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. I mean, if Tesla rolls this out to more locations, just like Nick says, this could easily put Turo and some other rental companies out of business, because it's really easy to charge a Tesla, unlike some of those other electric vehicles. So rental vehicle kind of makes a lot of sense. Like, what if we could rent like a robo-taxi or other vehicles like that? That would be pretty crazy at the end of the day. But let us know what your thoughts on this.
Well, one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this, and that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners, and I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there: 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones, and by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic.
And don't forget that if you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off, which is the highest offer yet. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Just a viewer, if I buy out a lease next month after lease, how much do you think will be net discount? About $5,000. And of course, you got to stack on the lease option credit with that. Jess, what do you expect from Tesla in 2026 new models? I expect the Robotaxi and Tesla Semi, and maybe like Model Y L. I expect that as well. Notepad, I'll be uploading my car to give me the VIN tomorrow. Nice. Give me the VIN. Yeah, give me the VIN wants to buy your vehicle for the maximum value. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Michael, thanks for coming in. Great to see you as well. And thank you for the kind words. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything from everyone. In this next topic, full self-driving version 14.1.6, another update for version 14 is rolling out. Now, of course, this is to employees first, as they usually do. I mean, we are still waiting for version 14 to come out for Model Ys out there, and also Cybertruck as well. But hey, you know what? They got to keep pushing and rolling a new software. It seems like we got a screenshot here from a Model 3, an employee one. We can see version 14.1.6 here at the bottom is the latest update. Now, of course, this is probably in the early access because it's an employee, but still very cool to see some of these newer updates coming out and everything. But let us know if you've gotten your version 14 and what are your thoughts on it and everything with that. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. Carl, I love the idea of renting a Tesla from Tesla. I would use that service for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you have like a road trip or anything, it's going to make a lot of sense. Justin, you have any idea, any links for the yokes looking for Model Y performance? I've kind of stayed away from those, but I think Hansho has one link. No, actually, I don't have a link for Hansho, but a lot of the different accessory platforms, you can use promo code Dennis and save some money on everything. We added Halo Black down below. I really like Halo Black's trash can. That's like one of the things I definitely use from them. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.